anytime I've chosen to self-ID, there's also this element of just like empowerment, because that's me feeling like I'm being able to represent.
I will overcome my paralysis that comes from avoiding failure by telling myself that I will not let my fear of getting a B be so great that I refuse to show up at all and get an F by default.
You know, now their data, their metrics, their KPIs, their data points you can look at. Was this design successful? Did it lift the needle?
The amount of data that's collected on a weekend's worth of games today is actually more data than was collected from 1920 to 2015.
Members of my team, we moved towards an agile methodology, and I think that was really critical because it really means that we can quickly pivot around a problem. We can plan out and we can figure out what are the key beats that we need to hit when we're developing a solution.
And if you're confronting it in circles and tables where you have colleagues commenting on the special treatment they're seeing, check that at the door as well, with sharing the value that the individuals, if you know it, are driving for the organization. And so you dispel it each interaction at a time. It's similar to microaggressions. You call it out and you tackle it head on.
This was such a movement within the bank that we got to do something. We can do something, we will do something, but what is it? Where can we create the momentum? And so we created that. And you know what? The part that sometimes gets missed in this, what are we doing in serving the Black community as customers of the bank, as clients of the bank?
Step up, own your power. If you are, coming up in tech, want to be in tech, just basically take it on. The world is waiting for you to be your full, authentic self.
I think that it was important for me as I was coming up to seek mentors, and a lot of people only go and look for or hope to get the shark type of mentors, but the first mentors I would find would be teachers or local community people who are running a candy store. But if they were running a candy store for 20 years successfully in a hood,
there are certainly not enough Black people represented in the technology space. I think that we oftentimes set the trend for technology and never get the benefit of it.
Think of it this way. Whoever's watching, we are at a coffee shop, having a conversation and dropping nuggets, getting nuggets. So welcome.
I love it. It's so important to hype your accomplishments and then have a plan. It's exactly what you're saying. Understand where the need is and just kind of align your accomplishments.
We learn as the world changes around us that empathy and being aware and mindful of the people around you and what they're going through is super important to any success that any leader or business is going to have in today's world.
If your use case can do, your mainstream society in addition to every single kind of community that potentially makes up your target audience, then you're being much more flexible.
We don't rely on circadian rhythms to wake up. It's actually, frankly, technology now. Can you picture a time when technology didn't shape your day?
Everyone is a leader. Irrespective if you have a VP title or you are starting out as app developer, you have the ability to lead. It means stepping up. When you see a problem, you step up and you solve that problem. You get some others to follow you to be able to solve it. It means going above and beyond. It means being highly visible.
Things that you've done, things people know you've done, people know your background, they know your experience, and you're like, for real, I'm still having to prove myself? What? And now I don't really think about having to prove myself. I just walk in, I study every day, I learn every day. I'm in Korea now.
Mentorship does come in a variety of forms.
Absolutely.
And we should be open to different ways of connecting to people. I agree with you.
When we're in the room, when we're solving the problems, when we're a part of doing that work, the solutions that we build in the spaces that we fill are better. And so I just encourage all of us to continue to do that.
And it's the beauty of sitting down with people, whether it's on the screen or in the studio here, and discovering more about their stories and learning from them the trials and tribulations and how they got to where they are and the lessons we can learn.